Good night. I'm Amairany Minera, and today I'm going to talk about a TED Talk video named Nature is Everywhere. The simple perception of natural forms is a delight. When we think of beauty in nature, we might most immediately think of things that dazzle the sense. The prominence of a mountain, the expanse of the sea, the unfolding of the life of a flower. However, there are so many beautiful things in small things too. For example, a meadow of wheat has its own beautiful things such as the insects that are pollinating them, and the fact that a meadow of wheat is messier and not that good looking to the eye, it doesn't make it less natural. It's the contrary. There is life growing there, and therefore that is nature. No matter where these plants come from, they are beautiful and they deserve to be appreciated. In TikTok video, Emma Morris say that we are stealing nature from our children. And she doesn't mean that we are destroying nature that they will have warned us to preserve. Although that is unfortunately to the case. What I mean here is that we've started to define nature in a way that's so porous and so strict that under the definition we are creating for ourselves, there won't be any nature left for our children than when they are adults. But there's a fix for this. Right now, humans use half of the world's life to grow their crops and their timber, to pasture their animals. If you add up all the human beings, we will weigh 10 times as much as the wild mammals put together. We cut rust through the forest. We have added little plastic particles to the sand on ocean beaches. We've changed the chemistry of the soil with our artificial fertilizers, and of course, we've changed the chemistry of the air. So all of these changes and many others come to be kind of lumped together under this rubric of the Anthropocene. And this is a term that some geologists and suggestions shall give to our current epoch. Given how pervasive human influence has been over it, now it's still just a proposed epoch. But I think it's a helpful way to think about the magnitude of human influence on the planet. So, where does this put nature? What counts as nature in a world where everything is influenced by humans? I think that nature is everywhere where life thrives, anywhere where there are multiple species together, anywhere that green and blue and thriving and fight with life and growing. And under that definition, things look a little bit different. And in a world where everything is changing, we need to be very careful about how we define nature. In order not to steal it from our children, we have to do two things. First, we cannot define nature as that which is untouched. This never made any sense anyway. Nature has not been untouched for thousands of years, and it excludes most of the nature that most people can visit and have a relationship with, including only nature that children cannot touch. The second one, the second thing that we have to do, which is that we have to let children touch nature, because that which isn't touched isn't love. We face some pretty green environmental challenge on this planet. Climate, climate, climate change is among them. There's others. Habitat loss is my favorite thing to freak out about in the middle of the night. But in order to solve them, we need people, smart, dedicated people who care about nature. And the only way we're going up to raise up a generation of people who care about nature is by letting them touch nature. There is a fourth theory of ecology, fourth theory of conservation. If we have a generation that doesn't know how to build a fort, we have a generation that doesn't know how to care about nature. Thank you.